Akron at the hospital. He was from Cleveland. He got sober, and he, to his death, said that he was the founder of Alcoholics Anonymous. Why? Well, because he went back to Cleveland, and the meeting he started in Cleveland was the first one that was called Alcoholics Anonymous. And so he said, like I said, he died in 1984, and he said, for his entire life, he said, I founded AA. He did not get along with, with Bill Wilson. He got sober in 1939. He thought Bill Wilson was wrong about all sorts of things, not the least of which he felt Bill Wilson was wrong about the traditions of Alcoholics Anonymous. And I'll share those in a minute. Things like anonymity, things like not taking money. He basically openly flaunted the 12 traditions and broke them all. He took money to speak. He became part of a fundamentalist church. He ultimately moved to Florida, and he would evangelize all of the people who he met in AA and took them to his church. And he didn't get along very well with Bill Wilson. And AA survived despite Clarence Snyder. But when he died, he had 45 years of continuous sobriety. How many of you know who Marty Mann was? A couple of you. Marty Mann, if you've heard of the disease model of alcoholism, you got to thank Marty Mann. Marty Mann went and saw Harry Tiebout as a psychiatrist in 1939, didn't stay sober, but Harry Tiebout had a manuscript copy of the big book, of the book Alcoholics Anonymous, and he gave it to her. And she was a scholar. And her first meeting was on Clinton Street in Bill and Lois Wilson's apartment. She got sober in 1940, and she was a first in a number of ways. She was really the first prominent sober woman in Alcoholics Anonymous. If you've heard of the National Council on Alcoholism, Marty Mann played a significant role in the development of the National Council on Alcoholism. The famous Yale School of Alcohol Studies was largely a result of Marty Mann. She died in 1980. She was 40 years sober. She was also the first lesbian in Alcoholics Anonymous. She was extraordinary and played a huge role in social policy. We really still look at the roots of alcoholism treatment in the United States to the work of Marty Mann. Another person who was significant was Bunky Jelinek. He was a physician who, any of you heard of the Jelinek chart?